Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Dean Atwood. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I wanted to talk to you today about 5 ways to help you make the right decision. Everyone reaches a milestone in their life when they need to make a choice that will possibly change your life. Should I change jobs? Should I move to another location? What about getting married? Or conversely, asking for a divorce? When making life's decisions, always confer 5 different ways before you decide. First of all, let your body help you make the decision. This is the first method. Ask yourself a question and then see what you feel like inside. So I'm a visual learner, so when I ask myself questions, I always close my eyes. That blots out distractions. If you're an auditory learner, you don't want, and I don't like to have anything interfering, noise, TV, radio, anything like that either. Blot that out. If you are a feeling person, you could probably have your eyes open. But whatever it takes to get inside and feel what your body's telling you is what you want to do. So let's take an example. What about making a choice of, let's say, I'm going to ask myself, should I move to California? So I close my eyes, ask myself the question, and I'm getting sort of a -2 response. You want to code your responses like this: happy, sort of happy, neutral, not happy, and very unhappy, a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. So when moving to California, I got what I would say is a -2. It didn't feel right. So I asked myself then, what does it feel like to stay where I am? I'm going to take the opposite question. The opposite question, should I remain in the town that I am instead of moving to California? So I asked myself that question, and I feel myself sinking way down into my stomach, -3. So on one side is the new change, on the other side is the no change, and I'm getting a slight edge there to change. Whenever we ask ourselves words that have meaning, divorce, change, moving, all these kinds of questions, we're going to have mixed emotions. But staying was more negative than going. So let's try another question. Should I get married? So I close my eyes, again because I am visual, I don't want anything interfering with what I'm feeling inside. And I get a +2. Sounds like a neat idea. So conversely then, should I remain single? And I get a -2. So that's an obvious, quite a distinction there, favorably in terms of change. So this is what you do to tap into your body. Let your body make a decision. If you have trouble doing this, take a piece of paper. All of them need to look exactly the same. The strips of paper. Write these questions on the paper in the strip. Wad them up so that you can't tell which one's which. And then one at a time, put them in your hand. If you're left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't make any difference. Even though I'm right-handed, I do left-handed, which is kind of interesting. Sometimes you switch modalities when you want to get further into your unconscious or your spirit as opposed to your brain. So I would put that question in my hand. Let's say it's to move or not to move. Put it in there. I don't know which one's in there. Ask myself, record the answer, -2, +2, whatever, and then see what was in there. Because your spirit, remember, has 4 dimensions. It's not limited to time, not limited to space. Your spirit knows what's in that piece of paper. That's another alternative for you if you have trouble feeling, and some people, this is very difficult for them to do. Okay, going on. The second thing to do when you're making a major decision is something you probably already learned to do and done it maybe many times. That's the pros and cons. This is your brain talking, not your body now. So you can take a sheet of paper, put a line down the middle, pros and cons, moving to California, staying where you are, or whatever your choice and your decision is. List them out and you'll know which one is weighted in the favor of whatever, staying or leaving. The third thing you can do is to consult a trusted friend or counselor. Someone who knows you, knows your situation, is totally honorable in the sense that they don't have their own motives in trying to sway you, or they don't want to lose you. Someone that you know will tell you the truth. And then after they tell you what they think you should do, ask them, don't tell them this ahead of time, ask them what they would do in your position. Fourth method is to find yourself an astrologer. And you do this by asking your friends who they've used, who they liked. Maybe if your friends don't have an astrologer, maybe you could make a few phone calls to people that you know would, or asking around about local people, whether they liked them and if anyone's used them, that sort of thing. You don't want to go into telephone book and get someone out of the telephone book that's advertising as a psychic. That you don't want to do. You want to get a reference. 5, you want to do the same thing with a psychic. You want to find a psychic to reaffirm what you think, what they think, and possibly you think. Sometimes they pick up on really what you actually want to do. Again, don't use the phone book or a magazine. Ask around for references. There's always a good psychic in almost every location. And get their opinion. Well, I hope this has been helpful. 5 different methods: body, mind, friend, astrologer, and psychic. And at the end of that time, you don't have to make the best decision. That's your choice. But you will know what is in your best interest. I hope this has been helpful. And you can visit me at the website and where you have found this video. Goodbye for now.